Welcome back to the grind. Today we're going to talk about flying hunters, specifically Prospero and Gunnar, mostly because those are the only divine hunters I have, but they're also very fun to fly. First, I'd like to say a big thank you to ScarletReaper for this amazing art. She draws a lot of dragons from the game. I hope to be able to share more of them in future videos. So flying hunters, I think, is a lot of fun because it requires a little bit of strategy, reflexes, and you got to be pretty quick with how you respond. First, we'll look at some Gunnar flying. I no means feel like I am an amazing flyer, but I've been practicing some different techniques and strategies. Obviously, this isn't the greatest start. I didn't realize those towers were that high level. One of my mistakes is I don't really plan out my base that much ahead of time. Always put a hunter's mark on the monuments, use them as much as you can. The way I fly Gunnar is I try to hit all 5 towers with the freeze, and then I cloak to allow some ammo regeneration, and then freeze all the towers again. The key part is after freezing all 5 towers the first time, if there's a blue mage tower, you need to be able to burst it down like that, and then cloak before the towers damage you, and freeze them all again. What's nice about Gunnar is he, using that mark, can not only heal but regain rage, which is very essential for him, because without his freeze ability, which does increase damage, he's kind of dead in the water. So I think this base is the one that is much higher than my level, but it just kind of shows that you can freeze the towers, cloak to avoid damage, and freeze them again to make it through a base that you may not otherwise be able to handle, which can be very helpful when assisting other players in their attacks. Now, Gunnar and Prospero, in my mind, are pretty different in how you fly them. So whereas with Gunnar, you're trying to keep multiple towers frozen and then burst individual towers, with Prospero, the main strategy that I use, at least, is to burst down the red mage primarily. If you can attack between the 2 buildings to take 2 out, that's even better. So the strategy I use, and I've seen a lot of other players do as well, is to burst down the red mage and cloak before the towers do any damage to you. Before the cloak runs out, you want to stun the towers and then continue attacking. In this next clip, you'll see how you can hit 2 towers with 1 shot. Now, if you tap with 2 fingers, you can still hit 2 towers with both of those shots. It's just a little bit harder to get. Now with Prospero, you can actually chain stun towers to prevent them from doing damage or prevent the farms from healing between your attacks. Another essential part of Prospero is to continually cycle through his resist so that you can regain rage and continue stunning and cloaking. Here's another example of the strategy when you use multiple fingers to spread the damage and then a single shot to hit 2 towers. And then with Prospero, you can burst 3 towers down at a time before cloaking and stunning. Or if the towers are higher level with a little bit more health, you need to focus all your shots on 1 tower or 2 and split the damage between the 2 right there. And then you can chain stun before the towers are able to do damage. So if I was to give my top tips, it would be: first, understand the skill set of the dragon you're flying. 2, practice, practice, practice. And 3, learn to use multiple fingers to tap and spread the damage or do more damage to a single or double tower. Well, that's it for now. I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know in the comments section if you prefer Prospero or Gunnar, which one you like to fly, what your thoughts are, and if you'd like to see other videos on different dragons. Hopefully I'll have them eventually. But again, thank you so much for watching, and thanks again to ScarletReaper for the awesome dragon art. See you next time.